All right, welcome. It's Booze and Views. I'm John Shrek McPhee, the Sheriff of Baghdad. Today I'm drinking contraband moonshine. Look at this. Woo! Let's open this thing up. Last time I didn't have a blade to cut it open. I had to chew it off in my mouth. So this time I came prepared. Let's get into this thing. So, not enough. I don't know who does this. Ooh. Ooh, that's some certified white lightning. Look at that contraband. All right, so let's do this. My grandpa used to love drinking moonshine. And when he would drink it, he'd do this. He'd be like, some strong front mouth corn. I can't even do it. Anyway, that's what he used to do. He's just on the tip of his tongue. Yeah, I don't roll like that. This is some traditional white lightning. It has that good corn taste. Tastes just like it should. Kind of smooth in the front, on the sides. Like, woo! Cheers. Loving it. All right, so I'm going to start out with a quote here. Let me read this to you guys so I don't mess it up. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Such a true statement, right? I think right now is a moment of controversy for me. I don't know if you guys seen it, but there was and I'm not going to give this any credence. I'm not going to lend to it. I'm not reading this email like other guys have. You've seen other guys, and if you've seen it, they name me along with other guys in the gun industry. So I'm not going to give any credence to it at all. And what I'm going to say is, I'm not apologizing for saying my opinion, and I'm not going to backpedal or double step about talking about politics. I'm in my kitchen talking to a phone and having a cocktail. I'll drink to that. I'm not apologizing for teaching people good firearm safety so they can protect themselves and their families. I'm not apologizing for that. I'm not apologizing for my past or anything I've said here. As a matter of fact, I think more often than not, I've been very fair, through the past. And I'm not falling to either side, right? And I don't consider myself either or whatever's out there as political parties, which both seem to be a shit show to me. Whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. But what I am going to say is a letter went out forcing gun companies to relook at what they do for influencers like me, right? To get them not to work with us, right? And this is probably the ultimate infringement on my First Amendment rights, right? I sit here, I have a drink, and I say the news as I see it. And let me explain how this started, the Booze and Views. I would just open my phone, go to trending news off of Apple. That's it. That's how all this started. And I'd go over 5 news articles. And then I found out it was too much. And then it went down to 3, right? So I open these 3 articles and I just say my opinion on them, right? I read them and then I say my opinion. That is all I'm doing, right? And I'd like to say, anybody who says, and I've watched some of the other guys that were on this email, and they backpedal. I don't even talk about politics. Let me tell you something. I'm not backpedaling. I talk about politics. Why? Because everywhere I go, I hit over 20 states a year. Everywhere I go. You know what people talk about? Politics. right? It's become the #1 reality TV show on TV, on every channel all the time. It's exactly where it needs to be. The problem is some of these characters don't want to admit they're the bad guy. So they get their cronies or their followers or whoever, right, to start these little problems, and then we're seeing these problems, and these problems have spiraled out of control. The censorship on Facebook, Twitter, you name it, they're censoring you no matter what. The problem is the excuse has always been they're private companies. You can't do that at a private company. But check this out. You're not a private company if you take shares and are on the stock market. You're owned by the public. So I'm tired of hearing this is a private entity and you can't do that on our platform when you're a publicly traded company. And I hope anyone listening to this, any lawyers out there, takes this seriously and starts to shut these guys down for what they're doing. And I said last week, Americans don't always speak their opinion. Americans may not always go vote, but they will vote with their wallet. And I'm telling anybody out there, stop giving these guys money in any way. They don't care about you. They don't care about me at all. All they want is power. Power means money. Greed is the root of all evil. I'm going to take a drink. That's pretty good. So look, I just want to explain myself and where I stand, right, on these issues. I teach people to shoot. I've had several people come to me in the past year or so because the police force has been diminished, right? They can't do their jobs, right? They're under the worst scrutiny ever. Their budgets are going away. Cops are getting fired. And if they did do their job, you just shit all over them in the media anyway. Poor fucking guys. You're lucky anyone's even signing up to be a cop right now, right? And then, well, you got rid of the cops. You protest all summer. Matter of fact, last year at the, or 2016, at the inauguration, Madonna said she was going to burn down the White House. I don't see the outrage. DC was on fire last year during the inauguration. I didn't see any outrage. All the major cities everywhere were on fire all summer long, right? You have people holding a sitting president's bloody head up, right? No outrage. Every person in Hollywood speaks their opinion. They're less qualified than me. You want to know why? Because I fought this country's wars. I took orders from your fucking favorite president, Obama, Clinton. I took orders from all them guys, and I did my job, and I seen the world, and I seen the world for what it really was, right? And I am entitled to my opinion, and it's what makes this country great, and I will not back down. You know, what I will say is I was kind of getting tired of doing this because I have to look at the news and I have to look at this propaganda that we call news. It's not about who's right. It's about who's first and who gets views. That's what it's about. It's not about whether they ruin other people's lives, anything. They don't give a shit about anyone anymore. Right? It's just about who gets the story first, who gets that like button, who gets the heart button, who sent that clever tweet, right? When it's all bullshit. It matters not in your life, right? And big tech has taken over, right? And they've been censoring you little by little. So as I sit here in my kitchen, I will always be entitled to my opinion. Hey, you don't like it? Swipe away. I don't care. You want to leave shitty comments? Fire up your little chicken fingers and get to typing. I don't care, right? What I am saying is for those that want to listen, I'm going to be here and I'm not backing down. And I was almost not going to do this anymore so I didn't have to see the news. But now I've been re-energized. And I'm back, and you're not going to get any slack. And before anyone even goes any farther, you're going to hear this from me. Biden is not my president. Yeah, I said it. All I heard for the past 4 years is how Trump wasn't your president, right? So why does Biden have to be mine? He doesn't. He's not my president, right? He's going to take over. and I'm going to survive him just like I survived every other president beforehand. And I don't even understand the big deal. Your taxes are going to go up. Everything's going to be more expensive. The economy is going to tank. And this is what happens when you have these fake leaders who are the greatest people and give the best speeches through times of comfort and convenience. But in hard times, we have seen time and time again, what we lack in politicians these days is leadership, right? And I know this about leadership. When you make the right decision, it is never popular. Someone's not going to like it, right? It is never going to be, what's right, what's popular, what's everyone loves. It's never going to be any of that. The best decision is generally a decision you just got to gut out because you know it's the right thing to do. No matter what that right thing is, right? So, this is what I'm saying. I have seen zero leadership in any of our fucking political elites. Now, as for this letter and other people, I reached out to some of the other people named in this letter to no reply back to me at all, right? It shows me whoever else is on that letter is fucking a coward and gutless. They didn't reach out to me. Right? And this is why I keep saying the Second Amendment's going away. Why? Because of the names on this email, we should have all stuck together. We could have way more power if we just stuck together. But no, that's not how the gun industry or so guys call it, right? Everybody hates each other. Everybody's got to be the big dick, even though everyone may not even have a dick, but they got to be the big dick. They got to be the biggest guy in the room. And ego is what separates us. And that ego is what's going to divide us later because you will think that you are whatever instead of just working with the people around you so you can ensure your way of life continues. I also reached out to some of the bigger conservative guys, right? To no answer. And I even see they read my shit. Not even a reply to me. Not even a, hey, it sucks. How could I help? Nothing. I've gotten no answers from anyone in the gun industry, nor have I got an answer for anyone in the Republican or conservative party. Right? It shows me people are fucking cowards today. Right? And I would encourage you, right? Look, I say this all the time. If we stand together, and you get your ass to the polls and you vote, you could vote this shit out. You can, any day of the week. Virginia and their elections in the past couple of years, there's 8 million gun owners in Virginia, and yet they didn't go vote. But then when they're ready to lose their gun rights, they all go to the Capitol. You could have prevented that before that even happening, right? And what makes the president and me equal is the fucking vote. And this is why the vote needs to be fair, right? And obviously you can cheat your way all the way to the White House, right? But it's only going to last so long. So look, I'm going to take a drink. I'm going to wrap this up. If you're watching, I'm not backing down. I'm not apologizing. I'm sitting in my kitchen having a drink. If you don't like what you're looking at, go away. Swipe. Turn it off. I don't care. I didn't ask you to look, right? For all you guys out there that are with me on this, we need to stand together. Otherwise, they're going to single us out one by one. They're going to attack each one of you individually. They're going to push your buttons and manipulate you, right? This is the ultimate in political bullying, and it's going on right now. And I've been bullied my whole life, and I'm just fucking tired of it. Tired, right? So if you think you're going to bully me, you better fucking try harder because I'm not backing down. And you just entrenched me even deeper into doing this and saying my opinion. I'm John Shrek McPhee, the Sheriff of Baghdad. This is Booze and Views. Remember, this is my opinion. I'm not wrong. This ain't the news you need. It's the news you deserve.